Good afternoon, everyone, and I'm going to present our paper entitled A Collaborative IDE for Graphics Programming. My name is Yelmar Ponce, and I present the details of our paper. First of all, we need to explain about learned programming. Programming is extraordinarily useful. It allows you to be creative and also allows to improve of productivity in a wide range of careers. It is not oriented only to users who like computer, but also to professionals from any other field of knowledge, such as mathematicians or physicists. However, learned programming involves taking in mind many aspects, in other words, imagining these aspects, which is somewhat complicated and can often discourage beginners. On the other hand, graphics programming is useful for learned programming. Actually, computer graphics is a very important tool to help understand programming concepts in a better way, since the results could be seen directly in a window. Currently, there are many grad and undergrad courses which requires graphics programming, and there are many courses included in their curricula. And then, how to improve programming learning? We consider two important things. The first is use graphics in order to represent the ideas, and the other thing is work collaboratively. Nowadays, it's an important aspect because homework could be done in a better way when it's possible to interact on their houses without to physically present in a room. So, what is need to graphics programming? In the past was used the OpenGL library. It was widely used. It started in the 90s and mainly was supported on GLU, GLUT, and GLUI libraries. It was used to implement a little projects, and in other cases games on another projects to solve many problems, visualization problems, and animations. But in the past, it was based on a fixed functionality, based on a stage machine. But nowadays, a modern OpenGL is being used based on shaders programming. To show the results is still using the GLUT, but other window managers are used, like GLFW, SDL, among others. However, OpenGL programming is done using C++ programming language. Programming on C++ language is currently very complex because many libraries and dependencies are used, and preparing a development platform could require spending many hours of effort. It's very difficult in either Linux-based operating systems or in Windows. Then, in order to develop a little graphics programming project, need to do the same in every computer that need to compile it. And obviously it's very spending time task. So our proposal to help graphics programming, since many users prefer to program graphics with C++ because it's more efficient in time and memory resources. But knowing the main difficulties prepare the development platform, we present an online collaborative development environment to graphics programming in C++. The coding for graphics programming in our collaborative web application is the same as is a local platform. It means if you write a program, it could be compiled in any Linux-based systems or Windows. Essentially, it's based on Emscripten toolchain with SDL2 support. And it means what do you write, what the program you are write could be compiled on your local machine or in our online collaborative IDE. Additionally, for the multi-user interaction, in order to be collaborative, we implement a platform based on Node.js, Socket.io, file system, among other libraries, in order to interact the implementation between classmates or colleagues. And then our application entirely works online with no additional requirements or tools. The Emscripten toolchain works as follows. It needs input file, code file, which is compiled with several features or options, and the result is two files, an HTML file and an JS file, JavaScript file. These two files could be executed on any web server based on Node.js or any other web server, and it could be seen on a web browser. Remember, you need to install the Emscripten toolchain in your computer or the web server. And then our collaborative application architecture is the following. It could be interacting many users like client 1, client 2 and client N. All of them is interacting in coding a file, and this file is sent to the Node.js server or any other web server through the Socket.io, and this is compiled internally on the web server with the Emscripten, and then it's generated the HTML and JS files, and it's presented back to the clients. Any modification of the file are saved on a database which is managed by the Node.js server or any other web server. The interface of our development environment looks like the following. On the right is presented the results, and in the right bottom is presented a little chat system in order to interact with the implementation. On the left side is presented a space on an editor, a code editor. Any modification could be compiled, and if there are errors, it could be modified or corrected. Another results are, for example, Emscripten generates the needed code to show the results in a web page, like it's shown in left top. But in the left bottom, the same code is compiled in a Linux Ubuntu system, and you see the results are exactly equal. And the right side is presented our environment, collaborative environment in an online with the same result too. Conclusions. We have introduced an online collaborative IDE for graphics programming with C++ and modern OpenGL based on OpenGL AS functionalities. The main goal is for supporting teaching in educational systems, since nowadays many courses are doing in an online way or virtual education. The code could be edited by many users who belongs to classmate group or students of a classroom, with no need to be present in the same place. The system allows implement native OpenGL code in the C++ language with support to modern graphics programming. This is mainly important since frequently on many curricula the C++ programming language is used for the most programming courses, and then it's recommendable to reinforce the learning in the same programming language. Another advantage is to allow a fully coded compatibility with desktop platforms. It means what you write on the online collaborative platform could be saved on a file and compile it on your local machine. Thank you.